Well, Chris, it's been a long time since we did this.
About 2 years, I think.
Has it? I thought it was more like 20.
Feels like 20.
Feels like 20. But you know, nature is healing. We finally got a new Kingdom Hearts game announced.
Halo Infinite came out.
And that show...
No! 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 Fuck! Shit!
But more importantly, one of the last times we were here, we saw Sonic the Hedgehog.
That is right.
Debut film. And now, 2 years later and some change, we got the sequel.
Sonic brought us into the pandemic. Now he's taking us out of the pandemic.
So now, Chris, I think it's time to do what we came here to do. And what we came here to do is talk about Sonic 2. See what I did there?
That was good. I think if you put the word Jew in there at some point, it would have been better.
Yeah, it's time for a clip!
Okay, so what did you think of the movie?
You know, I really liked it.
I did too.
I still don't know if it's my favorite video game movie, but gets a very close number 2.
Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation were masterpieces, let's be honest here.
It is glorious!
This one improved on virtually every way from the original.
Yes and no.
There were still issues, but we'll get to that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess plot summary, because we gotta do one of those for you at home.
Sonic goes fast.
Yes. Alright, end the video right there. So at the end of the first movie, Sonic got adopted by his new family of James Marsden and his wife.
Right.
But anyways, the plot for this one, Eggman got trapped in the Mushroom Zone last time. See what they did there? But now, he has found his way back and has teamed up with the most devastating character in the Sonic universe, Idris Elba.
Well, what did you think of Idris Elba's performance?
I really liked it a lot. I thought he brought a lot to the way they had written this role as like the very noble, valor-filled outsider who doesn't really understand other customs.
Who also may or may not have an IQ below 90.
I have 1,000,000% muscle!
I mean, that's kind of always been Knuckles.
He wasn't always dumb. They made him like really stupid in Sonic Boom.
But I thought that was just Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom is the second best TV series that Sonic has ever made. Apart from Sonic, one with Jaleel White. The one that was more serious, not the original one. Although the original one's good too. The point is, Sonic Boom is great, and the reason it's great is because of Knuckles. Like, he's hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
They take it more seriously in this one. He still does crack a joke every now and again, but I think they got his character just right.
Yeah, you saw him open up more as the movie goes on, which I guess we should just go into spoilers right now. Do you really care about spoilers? Sonic saves the day.
You fucking spoiled it without telling me we were going into spoilers, dude.
I just said we were in spoiler section. After I say we're in spoiler section, spoilers are okay.
You just fucked the entire audience right now.
And your little dog, too!
He was even better this time around.
He steals the show again. He is the perfect person to play Dr. Robotnik. No one else could have done it better.
Yeah, they have him with a more semi-traditional look, and at one point there's a brief Easter egg, I don't know if I can find the clip, where you see his minion is going through like wardrobe stuff, and you see him dressed as classic 2D Eggman.
If you can't find the clip, just take our word for it. It happened.
Yeah, because that's another thing that this movie improved a lot on the present too, was the fan service.
The fan service was chef's kiss.
Sonic legit said in all seriousness, I gotta go fast.
10
out of 10.
It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Although, if we're gonna go on fan service immediately, my absolute favorite fan service was when Dr. Robotnik's assistant holds up the game manual.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
just a Genesis manual. It was so fucking
See,
good.
that was not my favorite.
You gotta go with like your top 10 favorites, because there's so much.
Yeah, both times you eat a chili dog.
Yeah, that was great.
The name of Eggman's henchman's coffee shop is the Mean Bean Machine.
Oh, that was, yes.
Actually, I don't know, I think it was just the Mean Bean.
It was the Mean Bean, but we all know what
We
they
know
were
what it
talking about.
was.
Yeah,
we know
on.
what it was. And then number 1, and this is really random, but I think you'll agree with me, when he saves Knuckles underwater and he drinks an air bubble.
That was the most clever use of fan service you could have ever done.
I won't know until I rewatch the movie, but I'm curious if you actually hear the whoop whoop.
If they did do that, 10 out of 10. If they didn't put that sound effect in, still 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because when they were in that scene, I didn't think they were going to do it. I thought,
there's
no way they're going to do it. This is too serious of a scene right now.
They already referenced earlier that, like, oh, I can't swim.
They fucking did it, and I was like, my heart goes out to you, whoever wrote this.
That's the thing I wanted to mention. This movie, in addition to bringing back the pair who wrote the first movie, also had a third writer attached to this one who is one of the 5 credited writers on the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't say it was funnier necessarily, but it was more consistent with the humor.
See, I thought it was funnier too because this time, one thing they didn't have nearly as much of was the blatant product placement this time around.
I don't even think... There definitely was.
They brought back Olive Garden. They mentioned offhand, oh, it's the Olive Garden guy, but they didn't do like a whole, I'm going to pause the movie to tell you about Olive Garden. Other stuff that was improved this time around, the action.
Action was really good.
There were several like going fast moments. The final fight is...
that was awesome. My favorite was the snow, the avalanche.
Oh, when they reference Sonic Adventure and he snowboards down the avalanche.
Okay, they're doing a lot of fan service and it's great, but the music is so iconic in Sonic.
Yeah, I would have liked something with Green Hills besides what we got with the ringtone.
Which was clever, I'll give it that, but they could have done so much more with the soundtrack. But whatever, I'm willing to give it a pass.
So help me, Thomas!
Sorry.
See, I think we'll be a bit more different on this, but for the humans this time, I both think that I appreciate there was slightly less human stuff this time around, and more of the human stuff skewed towards Jim Carrey and his henchmen.
When I saw critics online giving the movie shit for not having more humans, I was like, I know I'm gonna love it. I know I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be the 10 out of 10 movie of the year. Yeah, because the humans are mostly relegated to their side B story for the most of the movie. Which they should be. It's a fucking Sonic movie.
Not that I like James Marsden.
No, it's not to say that James Marsden's character is bad. It's just we can focus less on him and more on the characters
That's true. It's
have
kind
made
of like
the movie what it is.
What else is there for him to really do apart from have like a bit in the third act, I guess?
I mean, I will say I like the dynamic he has with Sonic as a character. Like it is kind of a nice father-son relationship in a weird way, but that doesn't need to be the whole movie. Like, we can just...
No, that was already the whole first movie, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't need to tell that story again.
Yeah.
Let's just have the story of Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic just teaming up and meeting each other for the first time.
Well, Eggman almost dominates the universe.
Well, honestly, yes. Well, Jim Carrey doesn't just chew the scenery, he literally eats it and shits it out.
That does happen in the opening scene. On the mushroom planet with the mushrooms that look suspiciously like mushrooms in another movie we watched. That's another thing too, like I know you weren't as hot on the subplot with the humans going to the aunt from the first movie's wedding, which I did at least like that little bit of callback kind of where like the aunt still hates James Marsden for the first movie, which is understandable given what she went through.
Yeah, that part didn't really bother me so much. It was the 10 minutes of the movie that they dedicate just to her that has nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
But at the same time, I like it was set up because the entire wedding was a fucking sham to lure in Sonic by gun. That was fucking hysterical to me.
That was
and the fact they literally called it Operation Catfish.
Okay, that was funny. But it was the 10 minutes after that is what I'm talking about. It's like her and her sister go on this adventure to free James Marsden and Sonic from...
And Tails. But even then, Act 2 picks up again when Sonic breaks free and races to the Master Emerald Temple.
Yeah, that's when it like picks up immediately.
That's when it goes until the end of the movie.
But for those 10 minutes, I was like, did they put the wrong movie in the projector? Like, how do we get here? Like, what happened?
I think it's one of those things where it feels longer than it was.
Maybe.
Also because we got the true Sonic fan experience because the AC in our theater was not working.
Oh, yeah. I tried to forget about that to the best of my ability, but I wore this shirt to the event, and I had to wash it twice to get it ready for this review because it was fucking drenched in sweat.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, is it a real Sonic experience if it's not full of sweaty nerds?
Yeah, if you don't smell the BO from 3 theaters down, you're not having the true movie.
Honestly, the complaints were much more minimal this time around.
The human character side plot, I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack I thought was kind of weak, except for when they put in like Run DMC and like all those awesome 90s
That's
songs.
another thing that we forgot to mention too. The 90s references were much more apparent in this movie, and I appreciate it. Even though Sonic would still make Zoomer references, which I didn't mind as much.
I mean, okay, Dr. Robotnik flossing. It only lasted 3 seconds.
But it's also a callback. Sonic did floss at Dr. Robotnik to taunt him.
Yeah, he did do that.
It is technically a callback.
It is canon. It is Sonic canon.
Yeah. But I'm talking more like the musical cues. Like, I wish there was a bit more. They played Uptown Funk, a song from like a few years ago for the dance-off scene in Siberia. We didn't even mention the dance-off in Siberia.
Oh, we forgot about the dance-off. How did we forget about the dance-off?
Because it's like, it feels like they just traveled to a different movie for like 5 minutes. I would have preferred Bust a Move by Young MC.
Yeah, that would have been good. Or Gangster's Paradise.
Actually, I wouldn't have worked for the dance-off. But I do think they're saving Gangsta's Paradise for the big culmination of the Sonic anthology. So I don't know if you heard, but apparently they've said there's rumors that they're doing a Paramount Plus spin-off for Knuckles.
I heard rumors they were doing an animated movie. I didn't hear rumors they were
I
doing
didn't hear about the
spin-off for
animated
Knuckles.
movie. I just heard they were doing a spin-off TV show.
Okay, now I don't know what to believe. Everything
Yes.
everything out there is true. They're making a Big the Cat movie. If you heard about it on the internet, it's probably true. You're not getting the true Sonic movie unless you have 90 minutes uncut of just Big the Cat fishing,
Honestly,
and not getting a single fucking thing.
if there's like a scene in the third movie where Sonic's running through like rings through different dimensions, and you see Big the Cat fishing, I wouldn't mind that.
I also, if they do that, they also need to have a Jaleel White cameo.
Yeah,
of seeing
still
the
no
original
Jaleel
Sonic.
White cameo. Jaleel White watch 0.
This movie is fucking racist.
Well, no, half the cast is black.
Yeah, but they didn't have Jaleel White. Fucking racist.
That's true. That's so true. I mean, Tails is there. He's Tails.
I like the fact that he was voiced by the same woman that voiced him in Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Well, Colleen O'Shaughnessy has voiced Tails since 2014.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that they did that. It was a nice touch.
Yeah, no, it's weird to have like an actual voice actor amongst like an A-lister like Idris Elba and a C-lister like Ben Schwartz. Well, I guess we'll get into the post-credits scene because they've introduced a co-antagonist for the third movie, and it is, to the shock of virtually no one, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I'm gonna say this right now to anybody out there from Paramount that may be listening. If the poster for the third movie is not literally just Shadow holding a gun, I'm out. I'm not watching
He
it.
also has to use guns in the next movie.
He does. He does. He has. We're giving you fucking gold here, guys.
He's got to
Work
use
with
the
it.
gun. He's got to use the gun.
Because the gun is fun, as they say.
That's true. People can't forget that game.
As much as we want to, we can't.
Yeah. But I mean, makes sense to do Shadow for the third movie, since this movie was basically a combination of Sonic 2 and 3.
Yep, does make sense.
This is going to transition into some trivia that I read that is actually really, really, really interesting in the context.
Is this true?
This is true trivia.
Oh, this is big. Okay.
True trivia.
Big of true.
So I looked up some stuff about the people involved in the making of this movie, because I was curious. Jeff Fowler, the director of this movie, has 2 other director credits. The first Sonic movie,
Okay.
and the other one was a short movie called Gopher Broke, about a gopher. So he's mostly worked in animation prior to this, but he has 1 other credit on his Wikipedia page.
I'm intrigued. Go on.
It's for a video game.
That he wrote?
No, not that he wrote, that he worked on the CG movie production of. And that game was Shadow the Hedgehog.
Holy shit.
Yes.
This guy's whole career is just making Sonic stuff.
He's got the chops, damn it.
Holy wow.
He can just use the old cinematics with the guns, damn it. Shadow will use guns to fight gun.
Oh my god.
But then Sonic will come in and be like, no guns, only speed. Give us the money, Sega. We said this last time.
Well, give him the money. I had nothing to do with it. He deserves all
We
the
still
credit.
need to have Jaleel White show up and say that something is no good.
Jim Carrey, if you're out there, please come back. We love you. We miss you. If you don't come back, I understand. But, do it for your grandson. Come on. Do it for
Yeah.
your grandson.
Do you think more animals besides Shadow will show up beyond just like a cameo at the end, probably?
Rouge the Bat.
You
definitely
mean Tits the Bat.
Tits the Bat.
Rule,
Definitely.
rule 34, the Bat. I feel like Amy Rose kind of has to show up for the third one.
Yes, she does. But at the same time, no, she doesn't.
Will a Chow show up?
If Cream shows up, then
Yeah,
a
but
Chow will
Rick
show
Reeves
up.
lame.
I didn't say she wasn't lame, but she's also one of the heroes that
You know
doesn't-
who I'm holding out for? My boy Vector the Crocodile. He's got a gold chain, man.
That really is a deep cut.
We highly endorse this movie. It is one of the best video game movies of all time.
What did you call it?
The Dark Knight of video game movies.
But you gotta understand, it's only because the bar is so low.
And
It's
also
so
because
low.
the bar is even lower for video game sequels. For Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I will give it 720 Mean Bean Machines out of...
Think carefully, because
Yes,
it's set in
this
stone.
is true.
You can't change
out
it.
of 1,995 Jaleel Whites.
Wow, so pure trash. Hated it.
Yeah, this has all just been a massive shitpost. What about you, sir?
I give it 789 gold rings out of 375. Gotta go fast.
I think that's the same rating you gave the last one.
Roll the clip.
121 Sonics, like the restaurant.
The restaurant Sonic.
Yeah, the restaurant Sonic. Out of 275.3876, 39
All these numbers.
Jordans.
Honest, I'd watch it again.
Yeah, I'd watch it again too.
I'd watch it again. Definitely not the best movie that's gonna come out this year.
Definitely not even the best movie I've seen this year so far.
Right, but in terms of like we've seen Uncharted, we've seen the most.
I didn't see Uncharted.
Whatever. Between Uncharted, Resident Evil, and like the more recent like video game movie adaptations, this is like ankles, knees, and shoulders above all the other ones.
You know what the biggest difference between a lot of those movies and this one is, and why it reminded me a lot of Mortal Kombat? This movie is fun.
That seems to be what filmmakers have forgotten recently, is that movies can be fun sometimes.
Like, the movie only takes itself seriously for, like, the barest of moments.
Like, when Sonic's about to die, it sort of takes itself seriously.
Yeah.
Even though it kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel, like, cringy when the comedy comes in. It's not cringe.
No.
Like, it feels earned. It's good. It's a genuinely good, fun popcorn film.
So I guess we gotta say, the only thing I can say, you win this round, furries.
Even what I thought you ended the furry. I thought you stopped the furry apocalypse because you ran it over with your car.
Chris, haven't you read the news? We'll have to live with the furries forever. The numbers may rise, but they will also fall one day. Until that day, we're the Game Boys!
See you next time in 2 years, probably.
Yes, in 2 years for Sonic... No, 3 years for Sonic 3. Will we even still be alive then?
No, I'll be long dead.
Gotta go fast!